This is the giant puffball, Calvatia Gigantea. In order to turn this giant puffball mushroom into a pizza crust, first one must locate this mushroom. Luckily, it's possible to spot this mushroom from a mile away. You might mistake this round white mushroom for a softball or soccer ball, and it's commonly found growing in fields, meadows, and deciduous forests. This giant puffball grows from the ground, often found in groups, and it can be found from early summer until fall. This moon melon mushroom is usually found 8 to 12 inches across and can easily grow to 3 feet wide. The largest specimen ever found is 5 feet in diameter and over 50 pounds. These mushrooms are packed with nutrients, including minerals such as phosphorus, manganese, selenium. Finding one of these giant puffballs is always a treat to me. One find can potentially bring forward quite a bit of food, and they're favored by chefs all around the world. They're known for mild flavor and versatility. They're kind of like the tofu of mushrooms because it takes on the flavor of any dish. The flesh readily absorbs all of the accompanying flavors. It's also been referred to as the breakfast mushroom because of how well it pairs with egg dishes. When young, the flesh inside of the skin is pure white and smooth, and this is the only time that you want to eat this mushroom. It should kind of look like a loaf of white bread. And then as it ages, the interior will become yellowish and then greenish until the spores become ripe and brown. So here's an example of finding a giant puffball only to be disappointed of its edibility. If you cut it open and it looks like this, it has already begun the process of spore production. When you cut this moon melon open and it looks like this, now you're in business. This is exactly what you want it to look like. Pure white, just like a piece of white bread. Smooth, a little clumpy from the cutting. Now, even if this mushroom is pure white and fully edible and ready to go, be sure to examine it up closely because bugs do love this giant puffball, so there might be tunneling or wormholes. Unless you don't mind the extra protein. An important step to eating the giant puffball is the peeling of the giant puffball's skin. They might come off in little stringy pieces here and there, but it's nice if you can get one of these bigger pieces like this because they really do make for excellent schnauzer hats. Putting these crust pieces in the dehydrator is an attempt to crisp it up a little more or dry it out. You can also do this in the oven, and I would just eyeball it. You're not really going to dry it out too much. The best part of the pizza making process, the sauce and toppings. I personally like a little bit extra sauce on my pizza, and for simplicity's sake, all we did was add pepperoni and cheese after adding the sauce. I chose not to go with too many toppings as I really wanted to taste the flavor of this puffball pizza crust. After assembling the desired pizza toppings, we put this into the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. I gotta say that I was pleasantly surprised with the flavor and texture of this pizza experience. Even if you don't have the same experience as you would with a traditional pizza, you can't go wrong with the cheese, the sauce, and the toppings. It's gonna taste fairly decent. If a firm or crunchy pizza crust is an absolute must for you, this pizza might not work out. This was one of the more soggy pizzas that I have eaten, but that's to be expected. The mushroom flavor with every bite did make up for the sogginess. And this pizza is totally keto, 0 carbohydrates if you're into that kind of thing. That's gonna wrap up this puffball pizza video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next Mushroom Time.